Patriot Prime Reviews is a channel for adult collectors and may not be suitable for children under 13 years of age. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Patriot Prime here once again with another video review. But before I get started, I need you guys to do me a favor. If you're watching this video right here and have not subscribed to Patriot Prime Reviews, please hit that subscribe button right now. It won't cost you a thing, but will help me and my channel out tremendously. Also, I am proud to announce that Toyhax.com is sponsoring this review. You know me, I absolutely love Toyhax decals. About 75% of my collection has benefited from their products, all the way from Generation 1 to the new modern figures. Toyhax provides label sets, upgrade kits, and display backdrops for Transformers toys of all types and generations. New for 2020, Toyhax is introducing the Toyhax Armory, where they'll be offering a variety of weapons for your favorite bots in multiple colors. Also this year, Toyhax is introducing Robo Points. For every purchase you make, you'll earn Robo Points that you can redeem towards a voucher for future purchases. Toyhax is a company run by collectors for collectors, so check out Toyhax.com and make your collection stand out from the rest. And tell them Patriot Prime sent you. Now, on to the review. Now this video comes with a trigger warning. I'm about to show a Generation 1 figure with non-Generation 1 enhancements. So if you're a G1 purist that can't stand any type of reproductions whatsoever, you might want to turn this video off and watch something else. Now the bot I'm going to show off in this video is 1986's Generation 1 Metroplex with Toyhax upgrades. These are enhancement decals that actually replace the original decals he came with. Now my Metroplex is not a 1986 original, but rather a 2008 Takara Encore Metroplex. I got this for a steal, I believe, on Amazon.com back in 2010, I think. Anyway, I love the box art. You got the Japanese writing up here, pure G1 goodness on the front. On the back of the box, you got the G1 artwork, Metroplex being transformed from robot to battle station to city mode. Love the G1 art right here. And Metroplex was front and center in the G1 art in 1986. Now, Metroplex did not appear in Marvel Comics whatsoever. Trypticon did, but Metroplex did not. He did appear in some UK storylines, but never here in the States. Metroplex made his cartoon appearance in Season 3, and he was in quite a few different episodes throughout that season. And in every episode he was in, he was either having problems with his transformation cog, he was having his eyes stolen, or some other issue that would always get resolved by the end of the episode, where he would normally fight his nemesis Trypticon by throwing him in the ocean. That's how he won every battle. So enough of me talking about Metroplex. Let's go ahead and take a look at this awesome city bot. And welcome to Patriot Prime Reviews. Now for this review, I'm going to do something a little different. Every one of my Generation 1 Transformer reviews, I always go over the figure in alt mode first. But for this one, we're going to do robot modes. I also want to point out that for my Metroplex set here, I have bought a couple of extra accessories. I bought another set of these black guns that are on Metroplex's shoulders, and another set of the big red guns that he's holding in his hands. And the reason why is Toyhax did such a good job on Sixgun here, I had to get enough pieces to display him as a robot separately, because in the original Metroplex, you couldn't form Super Metroplex here without sacrificing Sixgun's robot mode, because Sixgun's arms and his legs are actually these black weapons here and the red guns here. Now with that being said, let's take a look at Sixgun first. Now, Sixgun here is one of Metroplex's drones, and he gets his name from the fact he's made out of 6 guns. He's got 2 guns, as I mentioned earlier, for the legs, 2 guns for the arms, and he's got a double barrel cannon that makes up his back. The other pieces are tower pieces for city mode. Now, the original G1 Sixgun was a pathetic looking robot. There was no decals or paint applications on this figure at all. The chest was completely white, the head was red, that was it. Toyhax killed it with their sticker set and really give this guy a lot of personality now. That's why I had to buy those extra parts so I could display him as well. Taking a look at him up close, Toyhax gives him chrome horns, blue eyes, chrome there on the double-barreled back piece. The chest gets some nice chrome work. Lights down here. There's decals for the waist or belt area, as I always call it. Down here on his feet has decals. And his gun arms, he gets chrome decals that give him, if I can focus in, it looks like there's a fist molded in. So it looks like he's got a fist with a gun attached to his arm. The other side, same thing. Now, Sixgun actually comes with a little laser pistol. So I guess you can call him 7-gun. Now this has a little peg right there that slots into that hole on the side, and the Toyhax decal fits right around that. He also gets Autobot logos right there inside the gun. So let's get that weapon reattached. Now apparently, according to the Generation 1 cartoon, Sixshot is the leader of Metroplex's drones, Scamper and Slammer. It's shown in a Generation 1 cartoon that he's also a pretty good investigator, that he can sniff out dinosaur static. These 3 only appeared in one episode of Generation 1, the Season 3 episode, A Thief in the Night. Now let's take a look at Metroplex's other 2 drones, Scamper and Slammer. We'll go ahead and take a look at Scamper first. Now Scamper is a little black Autobot that has also greatly benefited from some Toyhax decals. Their upgrade set gives him a chrome visor, a red Autobot logo there on the chest, chrome legs, and chrome kneecaps. I think the original toy, he was solid black with only the Autobot logo on his chest. Now, as far as articulation goes, Scamper's arms can go up and down. That's it. He also has this little tiny, I mean tiny, blaster. This is one of the most lost pieces and hardest to find when you're trying to complete a Metroplex. Like Sixgun, it's got a little peg there on the side that pegs into the hole on his fist. Now, unlike Sixgun, Scamper can actually transform, but he's kind of a parts former. You have to pop his arms off, and then you're going to take him and just kind of fold him over, bring this section up, it pegs into place. You're going to take the arms. Now, I leave the gun attached because I'm not going to lose that gun. So we'll go ahead and peg the arms right here on top of the vehicle. Little holes right on the roof. That coincide with the pegs on the arms. And there's Scamper in vehicle mode. And the Toyhax decals really pop on this. He's got chrome windshield, chrome windows, chrome right here on the back. MSF1, I'm going to assume that's Metroplex Security Force number 1. He also gets chrome rims, and he rolls really good. His wheels are like Hot Wheels wheels. So, yeah, I dig that. Now, the arms on top, they're kind of awkward, but the way I look at it, he's a Security Force vehicle. Those are cannons. And really the gun on the back, oh yeah, I forgot to show off the back. The back, he's got taillights and a vanity plate that says Scamper. I'm slipping on my showing off decals. And right here on top, a chrome spoiler. So anyway, that is Scamper in vehicle mode. Now taking a look at Slammer. Slammer is a tank. He's got no wheels and he cannot move his turret. I mean, it pops off. That's about it. Now, this piece on the original Metroplex was solid white. So No details whatsoever, but Toyhax once again killed it with this. He looks like a tank. He's got a chrome there, tip on the barrel, chrome on the bottom. He gets what looks like a barrel right there on front, like an opening where the shells come out. He's got lights there on the front, Autobot logo there on top of the turret, along with 2 chrome hatches. Check the back this time. We've got lights here on the back. Now with the commemorative edition, or excuse me, the Encore edition, this slammer has this peg on the back. The original did not have that peg, and that's going to come to play later in Metroplex's City Mode. Now, like I said earlier, he's got no wheels, so he's just a plastic piece that you're going to push along the ground and pretend he rolls. So that is pretty much it for Scamper in his tank mode. Now let's break out the big guy. Metroplex is a big, beefy bot that definitely looks like he could lay the smackdown on some Decepticons. Bringing him in for a closer look, he's got some great molded details throughout. Plus, these new Toyhax decals really make him pop. Now, these decals actually replace all of the originals. You don't use any original Generation 1 decals with this guy, and what a difference it makes. Right here, he's got vents with the fans in the background. If the light catches that just right, you can see fans twirling in the back. He's got diamond plating right here, new vents on each shoulder. These red dots, or these maroon dots, are new here on the forearms, right there on the waist. The stripes along the legs, now on the original, those were bright red. They're more maroon now. Decals on the feet and knees. He's got some great looking chrome right there on the thighs. Now, articulation for Metroplex, his arms can do a complete 360 and the wrists can rotate, but that's because they can pop off. He also has leg articulation. Legs can go up and down, and they are on a nice ratchet. Now, Metroplex does have some hidden weapons within this mode. Right here, this little black panel, you flip this down, if I can get my fingernail in, and that reveals a nice chrome missile battery. I love that. Also, up here on top of his shoulder is a little hidden door. You have to rotate his antenna out of the way to flip this door around. That reveals a double barrel artillery cannon that has some nice chrome accents thanks to Toyhax. We'll straighten his antenna back up. Now, there's another option. On the back of the figure is this piece right here. This is removable. This is a piece for his city mode. A hole right there and a very, very long peg. But I always leave mine attached to the figure. And for his battle mode, where you've got the missile battery out and the double barrel cannons out, you're supposed to attach Sixgun's double barrel cannon right here on the back. So it'll peg into that hole right there. This cannon, position that up. So now here you have Metroplex fully armed and ready for battle with guns on the shoulders, guns in his hand, guns on top of his shoulder, missile batteries, guns, guns, guns. Hell, these antennas, they're guns. I love it. He's so cool. Now, right here on the back, how I display mine. In city mode, you're supposed to hide the double barrel cannon in that tower. I don't fool with it. It stays on Sixgun. I just flip this tower around, and right there, that's how I display my Metroplex. Now let's go ahead and transform Metroplex into his mobile battle platform. And the first thing you want to do is remove his hands. They're just pegged in. They pop right out. So you're going to remove the hands, place those to the side, take the arms and just collapse them. Then you're going to rotate the arms to where these tower pieces, or antennas as they're called, face those forward. I leave the missile battery and cannon out. You're going to move the antenna forward and push down Metroplex's head. It will click into place. Now you're going to take the figure, kind of hold him like so, take the legs and split apart. So now you have this. And now you're just going to rotate Metroplex's upper body forward. remove the hands from the guns. And now you'll take Metroplex's guns and just attach them on the lower section of the platforms. You take the peg of the gun, matches up to that hole right there, and now you have Metroplex's battle platform. Let's raise the double barrel cannon up. I love that. That thing is awesome. Really impressive. A nice, big, bulky vehicle, and it rolls really well. This version of Metroplex has rubber tires. So he's got there's 4 rubber tires on each side, along with these little wheels underneath. So he's got some nice support. He rolls really, really good. Now there's not much interactivity you can do with this vehicle other than to just push it around. I mean, you can move the turrets back and forth on the arms, but that's about it. Now this mode does benefit from some Toyhax decals as well. If you look on the top of the platform, you've got diamond plated stickers right there. So that looks really, really cool. So there you go. There is Metroplex's battle platform. Now let's get him into city mode. For city mode, we're just going to remove everything. Let's take the guns off. Let's take these black guns off there. Let's fold back up the missile battery. I'm going to leave this one out. You're going to remove this right here. That antenna comes off. This antenna on the other side collapses in. And now you're going to stand Metroplex up and you're going to flip him around. Take the back sections here, unpeg those, just like that. So you have the whole back of Metroplex looking like this. Now you're going to take the top portion and rotate it 180. Now on the original Metroplex, that is like the main area that this figure breaks. So I'm really cautious with this. I'm hoping that this version has fixed that, but I'm not taking my chances. I am still being very careful. Bend that back up. So now you have this going on, and then you're just going to spread Metroplex's legs out. I'll try to see if I can get this all on camera. Now what you're going to have to do is behind Metroplex is a little button you're going to push to eject the head. Pops right up, and you're going to take this section and fold out like so, while taking the arm and sliding the arm back and around. So actually, I was wrong in assuming you leave that gun out. We're going to fold that back up. Rotate this tower section around like so. That reveals a helipad. Take this tower here, or arm, which will form a tower, bring that up, and put the head back down. I actually like to take this antenna and fold back up. Now you're going to take Slammer, take off the turret. As I said earlier, he's got this little extra peg right here. That's going to go on top of this tower there. You'll take Slammer's lower half and underneath reach in and pull out that, which is going to make another tower that attaches right there on top of that one. I am totally losing him in shot. Now that you have Slammer in place as the towers, it's time to bring back in Sixgun. Now for Sixgun, you're going to pop his arms off. Go ahead and pop his legs off. And you're simply left with his torso. This separates like so. And now what you're going to do, you're going to take his head and plug it into his body, just like that. So you form this tower piece, which attaches right there. Now you're going to take this black section right here, pull this down, and extend this ramp all the way out. Mine's a little tight. Come on now. That's a lot tight. Now that you've wrestled that ramp into position, you can take one of Sixgun's arms and attach it here to the side. And there you have Metroplex in city mode. And it works. It's a pretty decent city. I love Toyhax's new decals with all the windows there on the towers really makes it look more like a city than just the blue windows that the Generation 1 stickers had. The ramp, really cool. You've got nice details there on the helipad, up here on the towers. Let me get you a zoom in here. Really good details here in these repair bays. I mean, I love it. I think that looks so much better than how it looked in Generation 1. Now, Metroplex was designed to be utilized with the Autobot mini cars. So you can have like Wind Charger here. We can put Warpath in that section. Have good old Bumblebee over here. The helipad can be used for blades. And we can have First Aid just hanging out, waiting for any casualties from the latest battle. Metroplex's city mode does have one gimmick. You take Scamper here, put him inside the garage, and there's a lever back here. If you hit it just right, it'll shoot him right out. So just pop him in. It's not spring loaded, it's just a little lever you flip forward, get him in, and out he goes. Worked a lot better the first time. So there you go, guys. There is Metroplex in city mode. Now, another cool feature that Metroplex has is he has some extra playability with the 5-team combiners, such as Defensor, Computron, Superion, Bruticus, Menasor, and Abominus. Granted, you pretty much just want to use the Autobots with him. On the side of the figure where these guns go, you pull those out, and there is combiner ports. Since I have First Aid here, I'll show you how this works. Just flip the head out, just like you're going to attach him to Defensor, and he slots in right there. It doesn't move. This is a static port, so the figure is going to be pointing straight down. I guess you can attach the fists and give him a gun, so when he points his arm forward, you know, he's going to have 4 arms, 2 guns firing at you. Now, there are also ports right there on the legs. Now, these are behind these kneecaps. These kneecaps are removable, but mine, I mean, they're ungodly tight. I did this yesterday, just checking out how it would look, and I thought I was going to break those kneecaps. So I'm not going to do that for you right now, but here's a picture that I posted on my Facebook page and my YouTube page showing how he would look attached to the aerial bots. Now, as far as the combiner team leaders are concerned, they can attach to Metroplex in city mode. I didn't have the space to show that off, but I'm going to put a picture up here in the corner so you get an idea how that looks. Now, if you're wanting to add a Generation 1 Metroplex to your collection, keep in mind, this guy comes with a lot of parts. Tower pieces, guns, mini-bots. I mean, you're going to be hunting. So if you want to track one down, highly recommend that you buy one complete. Now for some quick size comparisons, here is 1986's Generation 1 Metroplex with Generation 1 Optimus Prime, his arch nemesis, Generation 1 Trypticon, Generations Scamper and War for Cybertron Siege Sixgun, and Titan class Metroplex. This one's a little bit bigger. 1986's Generation 1 Metroplex is a fantastic toy. This figure has tons of playability in all 3 modes. Plus he comes with those 3 extra little figures. Granted, there's not much you can do with Slammer, but it really adds to some of the playability. Metroplex is an iconic character from Transformers lore and would fit perfectly in any G1er's collection. So there you go, guys, 1986's Generation 1 Metroplex. So, does a Generation 1 Metroplex belong in your collection? Absolutely. This should be a staple figure in every G1er's collection. This is a fantastic toy with tons and tons of playability, and he's one of those iconic figures. I mean, they even made a Halloween costume for this guy. Now, keep in mind, if you're wanting to hunt one of these down, I highly, highly recommend to try and buy one complete. As you saw in the video, there are a lot of pieces and parts to this guy. And speaking of pieces and parts, I forgot to show you guys a couple things. With Metroplex's rifles here. Now the one with the decal, that's the commemorative or the encore version, while this one is a regular G1. The regular G1 version, it has a spring-loaded gimmick, but it was highly nerfed here in the US. So this little spring gimmick, all it does is hold that missile in. I mean, that's it. Yet the encore version, you hit that trigger, it launches. So I'm sorry I forgot to show you guys that. I've had this guy on display forever with his guns in his hands. I almost think of him as part of the weapon. Also, in the city mode, you can mount these guns on the end of the legs, so city mode has some weapons. Now guys, I want to thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notified when I upload new videos. Guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. This is Patriot Prime, signing out.